What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Eau de Treasure. This is Steven, and this one is a goosebumps video, guys. We're gonna look at a fragrance that will give me goosebumps, and I'll tell you why. I already talked about this fragrance in episode 79, so if you want to see more of an extensive talk about this fragrance, check out episode 79, link up here. But this is a vintage classic fragrance, guys. This is Drakkar Noir by Guy Laroche. Every guy knows about this fragrance. This is one of the most iconic, famous fragrances that came out in the 80s and in the 90s. It was still really popular. It's not discontinued. It's still available today. Unfortunately, it's been reformulated several times. I mean, literally 7 times. There are maybe more. Maybe there's 8 or 9 reformulations at this point. But what you're about to see when I open this box, you're going to see a vintage one from the 80s. It's in like new condition. I'm so excited to open this one and test it out and compare it to the modern bottle I have. So let's check it out, a vintage Drakkar Noir. Here it is in all its vintage glory, guys. Look at this thing. This is a like new vintage Drakkar Noir. You can see it's textured with the DK. It looks like a DK. Is that what that is? Drakkar. Guy Laroche Paris is in one line. The modern ones, it's Guy Laroche Paris underneath. And it also has this orange and brown frame around Drakkar Noir. So after about 91, it stopped looking like this, and it started with the box that has the dots. More of the modern box that you're probably aware of. SC0757. That's not the batch code. Don't know what that is. Okay. That's not the batch code either. Seller said that this was bought a long time ago and it wasn't used. So this is like new. Check out the bottom here. So this is a 50 ml bottle. Notice the address. Okay. All right, we looked this thing over pretty good. Now let's take a look at the bottle inside. Okay. This is an interesting shaped bottle. And in the 80s, they did have a 100 ml bottle that was this shape as well. This feels heavy. I have the similar bottle. I tested a 50 ml bottle just like this in that other video, 79, except there was barely anything left in it. Maybe there was 2 or 3 ml left inside the bottle. This one feels full, and I'm shaking it. It definitely feels full, like this thing has liquid right up to the top. Here's the batch code, UF7F. Now, Raiders of the Lost Scent is a fantastic website, guys, if you haven't seen it. It's a blog of these vintage, rare, discontinued fragrances. Actually, not just discontinued fragrances, but major brand names. All the information about them, including lists of batch codes. Guys, you know what this is? The second letter tells you what year this is from. Guys, this is a 1986 Drakkar Noir. I can't believe it. I can't believe that it popped up. In that video, 79, I said I'm going to keep my eyes open for a better bottle. And here we are, 7 or 8 months later. This is like the perfect bottle. It could be more perfect if it was 100 or 150 ml, but this is all I need. This is amazing. Nothing on the bottom. I'm going to give myself a spray, and I'm going to test it out compared to a modern bottle that I have already. I'll show you guys. I have this one. This was in the other video too. It's got that little white spot on it. This is from UW016. This is from 2001. So this is the modern version. According to Raiders of the Lost Scent, all the reformulations that happened after 1989 all pretty much smell similar, like what this one smells like. However, this came out in 1982, created in 81, came out in 82, and that original formula was changed in 1989. And the original formula smells different than this one because this is more of a patchouli, like a more earthy scent. And they got rid of that because it was a little bit too, they thought it was too like 70s, like too dated. So I can't wait to try this 1986 version. So let's try it now, and I'll tell you why, quickly, why this fragrance is very significant to me. So let's spray the right hand with the vintage. Here goes. Whoa! That thing came out like it was pressurized. Holy crap, we got some on the bottle. Wow. It's like when you shake up a Coca-Cola and open it up and it sprays everywhere. Wow, that was like an alcohol. I gotta give myself one more spray. That was cool. Yeah, you hear that sound? Man, I gotta... All right, so I'll keep that on one hand. Try not to mix it on the other hand so I can compare. And then the modern one on this hand, on my left side here. Okay. So as I mentioned in the other video, why this is significant to me is when I was a teenager, really quickly, this story I told, just the short version of it. When I was a high schooler, when I was going to high school my senior year with my buddy, we used to carpool, and he drove this really cool muscle car, this 1971 Pontiac Firebird, and with leather interior, and he had a bottle of this. Somebody must have gifted him a bottle, and he would spray that on before we would get in the car and go to school. So I have these memories of going to school, listening to the music, you know, at 7 in the morning, and all I could smell was this stuff, and inside that leather interior muscle car going to school. So this was the first fragrance that I really thought about, like, wow, that smells really cool. What is it? Oh, Drakkar Noir. All right. So this is the first one I ever noticed, and it's still kind of significant. I like this fragrance. I always keep a bottle of it. And some people even say that there are modern fragrances that are smelling like this, that have kind of copied this. Kind of like Dior Sauvage Elixir is kind of a modern version of something like this. Now, I don't know if you would agree with that, but it has been said on a certain YouTuber's channel. Did this in the other video, guys. I want to give a flashlight check to see if it's full. You can see through the bottle, and yeah, it's nearly at the top. It's tilted a little bit. You can see it's at the Drakkar label. So this thing is just about full. Awesome. Not going to read you the notes to this one, guys. If you want to know more about this go-to Fragrantica, there's a ton of notes. But I'm going to smell them right now and tell you what I think, the first impression, the comparison. All right, guys, I'm back after a few minutes of smelling this as it's drying down on my hand. So the modern one, the one that most of you guys know and recognize, this one is kind of a soapy, clean, somewhat fresh with a little bit, you know, it's called Drakkar Noir for a good reason. It's kind of like a darker but soapy and clean fragrance. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. I really like this. What's the difference between the vintage one now that I'm smelling it? Yes, there is a slight difference, guys. This one is a little bit more earthy. It is a little bit darker. And I don't think that this one smells better than this one. I'll be honest. If you're going to compare which one is better, gotta be honest, guys, I like the modern version. Now, performance, I can't tell you which one performs better, actually. This doesn't smell that strong. It's not like this is a nuclear, anything like that. I'm not going to spray it that much more. I'll spray it later, but this thing, it's like pressurized and it leaks a little bit when you spray it. So I'm just going to use this one sparingly, but I have this as a beautiful collector's item. The smell is different. I can smell the original Drakkar. I'm sure it's changed over time, but this is a little bit darker. And it just doesn't have that clean, as much as a clean, somewhat soapy freshness that this one has. So I'll probably just keep using this one. I don't expect it to last a long time. This is something that I wear at home. Something I wear like after a shower or before I go to bed, something like that. But yeah, just wanted to show you this amazing find. What did I pay for this, guys? Just, you know, I opened up the website that I usually go to, and I saw this. I knew exactly what it was. The price was 2,000 yen, and that's $13.50. I don't think there's anything else I can say. Just, it was my lucky day, and it's just the privilege of living in Japan, where I'm surprised nobody bought this, because this is popular in Japan. People buy these modern ones close to retail price, like $30 or $25, $30 they pay for it. So guys, I'm coming in after the fact. I'm shooting this video just a little bit. This is like 45 minutes later. Just want to stick this little segment in the video. I have to give you my honest impression. 45 minutes later, I'm smelling my right hand here. There's nothing really that impressive about this vintage bottle of Drakkar Noir. I hate to disappoint any of the fans out there. I just have to be honest with you. Even though it's a full bottle, maybe this has changed, or definitely changed over time, the notes inside, but I can barely smell it. Yes, it's there. Yes, the smell is a little bit different than the modern Drakkar Noir, but I wouldn't be going out there spending hundreds, $100 or $200 to get yourself a vintage 80s bottle of Drakkar Noir. It's just not worth it, you know, unless it's cheaper and you really want to try it out yourself. Maybe it'll smell good for you, but for me, not that impressive. This one from 2001, this is what I remember. This one on my left hand, it has that fresh, soapy smell. This is what my buddy smelled like when I was going to school in high school with him. And I remember it being super strong. Maybe he sprayed it 100 times, I don't know, but it was super strong. And this is what I like. This is what I remember. So if you want to get something vintage, I would go for a mid-90s or early 90s bottle of Drakkar Noir. It's probably much better than what you smell today. But I just had to tell you, that's how I feel right now about this. That's it for this video, guys. It's running a little bit long, so I guess there's nothing else I can say about this, but just I'm lucky as hell to find stuff like this, and it's amazing. So I'm glad I found it with the box in brand new condition. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you like this video. Like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. If you like this kind of stuff, my video project showing you my hobby of collecting discontinued, rare, vintage, and interesting fragrances here in Japan, where I live. And leave me a comment, say hello, tell me what you think of Drakkar Noir, tell me what you think of this find, if this is a good deal or not, and any questions you have, or just say hi. All right, I hope you guys are having a great day out there, and until the next video, take care.